What's going on YouTube? You're watching Fixed by Shaq, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to quickly recover deleted call logs or call history here on your iPhone device. For example, you've made a couple calls or you've received a couple calls and you've accidentally deleted the recent call log and you want to check it or you want to recover it. I'm going to show you a few workarounds in here on how you can actually gain access to that specific call history. Also, please note that the call history itself in here is limited usually to 100 calls only. You cannot go beyond that. So you only have 100 calls in here, and then it keeps on replacing or erasing or resetting the call history. So I'm going to show you how to gain access to those specific old call logs here on your iPhone. Hey, my name is Shaq, and in this channel I help you fixing tech related issues, and I also share cool tech hacks and fixes. So if you're into tech content, consider subscribing here to the YouTube channel. Now, jumping straight into today's video in here, as you already know, in order to hop into the call log history, we just need to tap here once and then simply tap on calls, and you'll be able to see all calls in here that took place and the specific timing that it actually took place. Now, for example, let's say that I've accidentally deleted this specific call and I want to recover it, right? So the hack in here is the following. You need to be real quick. I'm going to show you two different methods, and let's start from the very first one. Now, you just need to hop into settings real quick, and then you want to first tap here on your specific iCloud, okay? And then you want to tap here on iCloud once again, and then simply tap here on See All to see all apps actually using iCloud. So you want to ensure that you do have phone and FaceTime turned on. If it's turned off, unfortunately, this will not work for you. So you want to double check if this is already on. So in case it's on, this means that your log or everything that you've done is actually being synced to every single device connected to your specific iCloud account. For example, let me quickly close this and let me reopen settings real quick. Next step is to scroll down all the way to apps down here. So you want to tap here on apps real quick, and then you want to scroll down all the way to phone. You want to search for the application phone, which is usually here located under the letter P, right? There we go. Phone is right here. We want to tap once on phone to open these settings actually related to the phone app. Here we do have all the settings from where we can customize and as well as change a few default settings here on our phone's app. Now, if you're unable to see the app section down here, what you can do alternatively is you can actually simply search for the app here under settings. You want to tap on search, and then you want to simply search for a phone. There we go. We've got phone apps here at the top. Tap once and you'll be brought to the settings page in here real quick. Next up, the next thing you want to do in here is simply scroll down and make sure that you tap here on calls on another device and ensure that both settings are turned on. So it's important to make sure that these settings are turned on before you actually receive that call. If they're turned off, unfortunately, this will not work for you as well. Now, if it's turned on, you're basically allowing other calls on other devices and allow the calls on specific devices. In my case, it allows me to actually receive calls on my MacBook as well. So the next thing I'm going to do in here is simply open up my MacBook. This could be an iPad, it could be a second iPhone or anything like that linked to your iCloud account. So simply open up your MacBook and go to the phone app to see all the calls registration that you've got over there, because every call that comes here also rings on your Mac. So you want to double check as soon as possible in a few seconds before this is actually synced, because the sync process takes some time to happen. So open up your Mac and check if you actually have any call registration over there. This is the very first method of what you can actually do in terms of workarounds to get the deleted call log that you had back there. Usually, if you take 24 hours later to check, then this will not work for you, I guarantee. Next up, the second method is to simply open up Safari, and then on Google, you simply want to search for your carrier's call log history. For example, I'm going to hop into Google real quick, and then for example, depending on your carrier, it can be AT&T or Verizon, anything like that. You want to simply write something like AT&T call log registry, tap on search, and you'll be able to see a specific portal, which is a portal belonging to your carrier. Simply tap once on that specific link. Of course, you need to perform a few workarounds, a few searches over there in order to find out the specific correct portal. And next up, you can see in here the steps in order to check all the call logs that you've got. Because Because what happens is the carrier, they actually hold for a much longer period all the call log history that you've done in here on your phone. Every specific number you've called, every single number that has called you will be stored for security reasons and for other reasons as well with the carrier. So you have access. It's your right to gain access to those specific numbers. So all you need to do is simply tap here, sign in with your member ID and all that, and this will provide you all the details of your call log history. Now, do not forget to search specifically for your carriers, and this is the second way of how you can actually gain access to your call log history. Thank you so much for making it till the end of the video, and if you find my content useful, consider subscribing, like the video, and let me know down in the comment section down below if you do have any question or any doubt. Thanks for watching Fixed by Shaq, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.